stack because you won't study. And if I change the date, for some reason most of you need to know that it's day after tomorrow before you start. So we are using the mechanism of doing that to get you to be motivated to study when you should study. So, yes?
How is the percentages, you said supplemental, how is it going to be broken up? Like, is it going to be 20% and then the second test 5%, or?
Well, the way I'll probably make it 50% because I'll ask 50% cards and 50% of the lecture we didn't cover. So, be 50-50. And they'll have a word questions for bonus. Remember, all the word questions are going to be bonus. And by the way, on the word question, one is required. You have to try. So I'm going to expect everybody to have something written down on their scratch paper, even if they shoot the bull at me. So one of the word questions is going to be a required part of the exam. You must attempt it, and you must write something that is within inner space on the answer. And remember, there will be another freebie. I mean, all you had to do to get one right on the last one was know that acid-fast positive was mycobacterium. And still people missed all of them. Over half the class did not get one right. Which tells me either A, you don't give a damn, or B, you ran out of time, or C, you don't know why. So it's really very upsetting when I put something on there that's really free and a lot of people just don't get it. All right, so did you get that going, Cameron? Okay, good. So I want to start off on today with, I guess, the most important first. And the most important thing first to me, and since I'm making out the test, that's good, is hints on how to do the word questions. So hints on how to do the word questions. I know we've been over it before, but remember, the more times you go over it, the better you get the answers and the more they stick with you. So we're going to be going over hints for word questions. One on shape and gram stain. That's the first thing you need to know, which side of these little charts to use. Shape. On shape, remember, anytime there is a modifier in front of a word, like coccobacillus, it means it is whatever shape the last part of the word is. So if I say roundish coxy, what is it? Coxy. What if I say coccobacillus? It's a rod. So remember, this doesn't mean anything other than it means that it's a rod that's slightly round, but it is a rod. So remember, don't let me fool you by putting something in front of the word that might mislead you. If I say it was, let's see, how's another one of the things? Bacilli in chains, still a rod. If I say it was a corkscrew, it's still a rod. If I say it's a comma, still a rod. If I said it's coxae stuck together, if I say round like pearls, that's still coxae. So shape you should be able to get. What about gram stain? Now gram stain can be tricky. Of course, one way of getting a gram stain is the differential stain using crystal violet. or a deep purple primary. That will tell you it's the gram stain. And if it turns out bluish purple or purple, it's positive. And if it turns out pink or red, it's negative. So remember that bluish purple is still purple, so it's gram positive. Pink or red is gram negative. What else can I use to mess with your brain about gram stain? And the other thing is plates. If it grows, even clear, if it has growth on EMB, and how do I rarely say EMB, I say burgundy or purple auger. Or McConkey's, which I rarely say, I usually call it orange auger. Or I say Hectoan, which I usually call green auger plate. What's the other green auger? Simmons. All right, so if I say it grows on any of those things, it's a gram negative. If I say it grows on mannitol salt auger,